This conference will now be recorded.
So till the time we discussed what is trigger, okay, and in that place, what are the trigger context variable we have? If you remember, we have discussed all these stuffs. So trigger, its syntax, okay, and in the same time we discussed about the context variable like trigger.new, trigger.old, or new map, old map, each insert, each update, or each before, each after, everything. Now we know a trigger nothing but it's a piece of code which is executing on specific DML operations. And that time we do. Let's see one scenario we're going to do. Okay. Now consider a scenario when I'm going to insert account. See the scenario what I'm going to give now, it can be handled by configuration. We can do it. But to understand the trigger, how to write, how to invoke the trigger, how to maneuver the logic. So I'm saying the simple logic which can be handled by workflow or approval or some configuration part, but still we'll write the code to understand the trigger concept. Okay. So don't be confused. Okay, it can be handled by configuration. Why I'm writing trigger? So that for that I'm just specific saying it. So it can be handled, but we'll write in code to understand it. Okay. So I want a trigger whenever somebody create a account. Okay, with specific name. Okay. First I will check if this account name already exists in my system or not. Okay, if it exists, then I will throw the error. Okay, so there are, we have duplicate rules or anything we can use to manipulate it. Maybe in some configuration by VLOOKUP also we can do to achieve this functionality, but still we'll write a piece of code to take it. Okay, so now my requirement, whenever you are somebody creating an account or when updating the account, if the name is matching with the existing account, then we will not allow to create it. That means I want to check if duplicate account already exists in my system. If there, then we won't allow to create with same name. That is my first trigger requirement. So now if you see this, so let me, I'm just using one aside IO, okay, any tool, like you can developer console or any tools like that. I just use this aside IO. Let me open this AWW app for my whiteboard. Let me see what thing we can do. So now when I'm saying I'm just going to create an account, let's go to this account page. Okay, we have so many accounts we have. So now the moment you go to this account page, see, I have one account with this name. So right now in system, I can go and I can create another account with the same name also. See, I can go here and I can click it. So it's allowing me to create duplicate accounts with same name. So now what I do here, I will write a piece of code. When somebody go and create an account, okay, I go and create an account with the same name and I click the save, it will not allow me to create it. It will show me the error message because there is already another account with same name exist on my system. So it will not allow me. So I want to do this kind of activity. So how I will do, we'll see. Okay. Now, just a minute. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here. So now this account I have same way. Whenever I'll just go and create these accounts, so now the moment I click this save, so what will happen? It will check my code. So if I go here, nothing but I am just my user interface page, and this is my database. So now I just fill this form, maybe account name or something I fill, and then I click the save button. The moment I click the save button, what happened? Now, as I explained, this is going to fire some logic, okay, to perform my DML on my account record just to create a new account. So now you see the moment I do this, so what will happen now? Now the moment I do this one, this flow starting from here and going to here, correct? So this is the flow, and I said in between this flow there is one part where we have made it's the save point. If you remember the previous session, we explained like this. So now before save or after save, two part. Now I want one logic. The moment in account you just click the save button, so the data what I'm going to save it. So I want to check, do I have same name already exist on my system or not. That means before saving this account, I should check if I have same name, then show the error message, otherwise save it. So that means the logic what I'm going to write, I want to display on the, I want to execute on the before event. So I want to write some logic which will be execute before saving of my account. Correct? Got my point or any confusion? Tell
Got
me.
it.
Perfect. So now in the same way, what I'm going to do here, okay. So now see, this is about creation of account. Same way, if I go to this account, okay, see, I just want to modify existing account. Okay, before my account name was new account, but when I modify, I just give the name which is existing, matching with the existing name, for example. So if I allowed, if I click save, right now it's allowing. So now see, in my system, I have exactly 3 accounts with same name. But I want whenever you modify also account with from one name to another name, that time also I will check if that name matching with something in existing. If there, then we'll stop it. Okay. Again saying there is multiple ways to in configuration to control it, but we'll write a code to understand it. So now, whenever you go and write a trigger, what do you do? If it's a standard object, go to setup, okay, then type the object name on which record DML you want to execute this logic. Like I said, whenever you are inserting an account or updating an account, then we'll check, okay, what do you do here? Insert or update, whatever do you do here, correct? So now, during insert or update both the operations, we want to pair the logic. On which object? I want to pair the logic on the account object. If you see here, if you go to this, under the account, go down, see the triggers. You have something called trigger? Yes, I have something trigger. So now I am going to create trigger. You can create like this here. Okay, already we created this account trigger. I'm just going to here. Just I open this same account trigger here. On the aside IO, I just open here. Is just another ID where you can write the code which is directly integrated to Salesforce. See, I just type account trigger, it already exists, it's open. If not, if you want to create a new one, from here you can just click on this enter a command, okay. Then you can go here, you can see new trigger. You can do this also, you can give the name. So as I have already created trigger, I am just opening that, okay. So now you see, if you see this, the classes, trigger, whatever thing, I can get it. But see, this is some different org file connected. Let me open this for this org what I connect now. Okay. So my asset I was connected in some other org now. So I'll again log in so that it will connect to this org. Okay. Let me show you how I'm doing from starting. So the moment you do the asset IO, it came to here. Then it may connect to sandbox or protection where I want. I can just keep that link. Okay, I just give my username. I allow it. So now see, it's open. So now I have a trigger called account trigger. I'll just open that trigger here. Then I'll write the specific logic for that. Just a minute, let it open. See, to solve any problem, technical problem or any problem, first to understand the problem statement, then break it into granular part or small parts. Then solve the small part. In the end, it will solve the complete problem. So now same way, if I do this one, I have my account trigger, correct? So first thing we say, if you see in the account trigger, first thing, when you insert one part. So first thing I got to know, the moment I do insert, nothing but we know now, that means my event going to do something called insert, correct? If my insert event, then what I do, then second saying, go and check if account name exists, okay. Then I have to check account name exists. That means in my existing system, do I have any other account? That means I have to get the accounts from my system where name match, okay. If anything return from there, then that means I have something. Let I will say, okay, if you have book called design pattern, then do this thing. That means first you'll go to your library, you will see, do I have any book called design pattern? You'll search. There are so many books, but you will try to search the name design pattern. You get it. The moment you get it, then you can do something else. You don't get, you will tell, okay, I don't have this book. So it's the same thing. I'll go and search my account object. Okay, with this name, do I have any account? If yes, then it will return how many account I have. Depending on that, if I have more than 0 account in existing, then I can say I'm going to enter some account which is already there. Correct? So if this happens, then what we'll do? Now I go here. So I have mentioned all events. Right now I'm just removing all the events, okay, dummy events. Okay. So then we'll see what we can do. Okay. So I mentioned till before insert. Okay. Now on this before insert, what we do here? So now I specify whenever I'm going to have this account insert, what we'll do. Let me remove this highlighter. It's creating a lot of big issues here. Let me close this completely. Okay. Now see, this is my account trigger. So now I go here. So now simple logic. I just mentioned one event. Okay, that's fine. I'll write my logic. So first thing, what I want. First thing I will see for current account, what is my name. And one point always remember, whenever you write a trigger, always remember you have to write bulkified trigger. So right now I am showing the logic to explain you, okay, one account I'm inserting or manipulating. But just think, whenever you do a bulk upload, whenever you are going to get thousands of records from external system and you want to push that record to your system, so you are going to put a collection of records to your database, like maybe in a list of collection somewhere, a list of in list of account or anything. So now when you do that kind of thing, so that many records should your trigger handle. Okay, how it can be done. So to make that, always remember, always be sure you are writing bulkified trigger. So if you process one record, okay, how much resource you are using? If you process 1000 record also, same number of resource you will use. That should be our target first. Okay, now, okay, I'm going to insert account. First, what I need, I want to see the account which are inserting, okay, their names. So now in this place, I can insert one account, or I can insert 10 accounts, or I may insert 100 accounts. So all the 100 names I need to have. Okay. Now how we'll do? So now for each account, I'll take what are the names we have. We'll just go and post it. So now what we'll do here, see. So now if you see the context variable, I have one context variable who is called trigger.new. If you remember this trigger.new, okay, this trigger.new nothing but it is just a collection of new records, as I explained in the previous session. Okay, so what it contain? It contain list of account right now. Okay, let's say I give the name as new account list. Okay, so now for this account, it may have, let me explain with the example. So now I am going to enter one account with name as Ashish, one account with name as Devasis, one account with name as Ashwini. And in my database, I have existing account with name as Sri, with name as Devasis, with name as Smith, okay, with name as Dinesh. Different names I have now. These are my existing account in my database. So I'm just explaining logic how to build. Okay, so this is my new account what I'm going to insert. Okay, now for this Ashish record, do I have any existing name? No. So for Ashish record, there is no error. But if you go to this device's name, okay, there is a duplicate record, so it should not allow. So if you go to Ashwini, then there is no duplicate. It should allow. So now I should see, do I have any record with these names? Correct. So for Ashish, there is no existing record in my database. So for Ashish, my existing count is 0. For Devashish, if you see, there is existing record count of 1. Okay, for Ashwini, if you see, there is no record, so 0. Okay, if you see this ways. Okay, now in that part, what happens? So the error should throw for this one. For others, we don't have error. Correct. Now, for when I'm doing the collection of records. So how do we do? So now I'm just writing for each record. Okay. So for each account record, I go here SEC and I give the name as new account list. Okay. Now I want to add all the name in a collection. Let's see. I just define one collection with name as set. Okay. Set of string. Okay. New SEC name, nothing but account name equal to new set of string. Okay. If you see this new SEC name, now I go here, then I just call to add method, then I invoke SEC.name. So now, if let me save this much now. Now SEC name is one variable which contains SEC name is a collection variable which contains all these new records. Okay, so contains assist, contains the basis. Okay, any confusion till now in the program? We know set. See how I'm using the set list collection now in my program. See, I have all these records now. So see, to solve one statement, one problem statement, there are many logics. Depends on which logic you prefer. Okay. Now we have. Now I want to query. I want to get my database if I have in database any account with this name. Okay. So now I have to query. So now get account with this name from database. Okay. So now what we can do here? There are many ways again you can do group by. Okay, group by this name field and see how many count of record is there, or you can take everything, then you do the count manually. Okay, two ways you can do. Okay, so if you don't know group by functionality, okay, what you do? So you just query everything, then count. Okay, with this device's name, how many account do you have? Assist name, how many account do you have? That you can do, or we can do the group by functionality. Okay, with these records, how many records we have? So you don't know group by features. Let's see. Don't worry anything. You may know or not. If you don't know, Google is the best resource to give you everything. Group by account name field. SOQL. This is SOQL writing. Okay. You can just get this. Okay. How to group by number field, how to group by all the stuffs. So now when you do this group by, it returns what kind of data. Okay. So my SOQL returns normally the list of records or a single record or maybe a integer collection. But when you do group by, it's returning as a aggregate result query. Okay, let me show you that. So as I said, when I'll teach you this trigger, I will just teach you all these logics, how to use master query, how to use the relationship query from child to master and parent to child, everything. Okay, how we are going to do that. There are many things of this group. I see. This is one type of group by. They're grouping by this opportunity name for maximum. So let's see if I go and write one SOQL in developer console. Okay. So why I'm using group by? Because I don't want to do a lot of manual calculation. Okay. I want to write a best query for that. So everything will be handled. So now see, I just write select. Okay. Let's see name. Okay, like see the same way we are going to implement how this group by is implemented. Okay, select name, then let's see count from account. Okay, then group by this name, something like this, just a small piece of code we wrote. Okay, there's no filter, nothing, just a small piece of code we wrote. Now I just go to execute. Nothing came. The name count from account. Okay, group by name. Let's see. Okay, for this count, let I just specify ID. See, now you see for this account name I have 3 records. For this account name I have 1 record. So if I query this one, then I can get it. So now I want to give a condition also from account where name in. Okay, let's consider name in Salesforce. Okay, or name in Ashwini. So now if anything matching there, it will come. Now if you execute, see, only this record is there. So this query will help me in that part. When I use this query, what we can do now? Let me go to here. Okay. So I'm just going to write this kind of query. So this group by, when you use, what is the return type of my SOQL? Okay. Let me see if you get any examples, aggregate functions. Okay. See, till now you have any confusion? So I want to see how you
Mm,
can use this logic. Okay, see, I will just explain. Okay, I'm writing a group by and over. You understood this statement, but tomorrow some other logic will come. You want to build. Then where are the resources you have to find out and use it? Correct. See, the same thing I did. Nothing but this query we write. Select ID and this. Okay. So now whenever do it will return me a aggregate result. Okay, I just think I know nothing in programmatically. I don't know, I'm just going to write as when you will start how you will write, so that if any issue come then you have to handle it, not me. Okay, I see, if you write this, I know some aggregate result will come, but how I handle that, it's not going to list ready record or nothing. How I will handle that kind of thing? Simply go here, aggregate result in Apex. See, you will get complete sample codes. Okay, you can go to any blog or any specific key link. No worries for that. Okay, so you can do average, count, mean, max, sum, any kind of aggregate you can do. And in the same way, I'm just going. See, when they use this aggregate query, what it return? It return one aggregate record. See something here. Leave that. Let me go back. See, let me go to this piece of code. When do this one, what we want same way, it return me a list of aggregate result or aggregate query. Okay. Then they manipulate from here. Okay. I am going to do the same way. You can also follow this Salesforce one. This aggregate query here. Okay. Same thing we are going to do. See, I just copied this one. I will just give my name. Okay. I just doing the same activity here. Let's see this much thing. Okay. So now when I do this one, group by name, and this name in I said, so instead of this name in, I have my name in my set, nothing but new account name. See, I just specify new account name. So this group result what comes, let's see, I will say account name count result. Okay. So now let's see, I'll just take a print of this one, system.debug, which will help us to debug the issues. Okay. Let's see, I just follow always on which class or trigger this debug statements, and what I want to print. If it's inside a method, I can give the method name also. Okay, so that I can say, okay, from this trigger, this is the variable data I want to see. I just save it. And now I query some using some aggregate function, okay, where I query the name and the number of records. Okay, in that way I query it. Nothing but when you see the query will return me something like this. Let me remove this one so that I can see many records here. Here, if you go here, I can see all these things. So my map, sorry, my name and my count. Okay, so same query I use. When you use this query, I'll get this data. Okay, what happened? Unexpected token this bracket. Okay, no problem. I'm coming to there. See, same way, select these from opportunity and we do everything. So same way I came here, aggregate result, this, select name, contact account from account where name equal to this group by name, and I got this one. Now I know I got some aggregate result. It is nothing but a list of, or it's a collection of array. Okay, collection of elements which is nothing but array symbol you can see, or if you want you can use a list. Let's I just went to array. And how I can manipulate this array? See, whenever this kind of array comes, they manipulate like this. For example, Okay, I don't know anything. I'll just put a debug statements and I'll see what is coming. Then based on that, I'll decide what to write and what not to write. Okay, I'm just trying to write the code as a beginner. Okay, so my aggregate result element of the data what I get here. Okay, now I'll see from this what I'm getting. So let me put a debug statement. Okay, so I just want you to be comfortable to write a program, not me. Okay, I'm just referring some here and getting this data. I'll go and I'll just print it. Okay, so my first element, what I have nothing but name. Okay, let's see. Yeah, dot get name I'm doing here. I just click save. So we'll see all the data what we have and how it's printing. Same way, see we do something called get expression zero. I'll explain about this. Let me check what we can do. Okay, the moment I go to create an account, okay, this code is going to invoke. So if you see this account object, so I it's a fast trigger, so I'm taking a lot of time to explain you. Otherwise, we can go little fast. Account trigger. See, it is also active status. Now, when somebody says you have to debug, like see, I have kept some debug lines to see the outcome of that. Okay, what is my name coming? What is my account name result? Let me see what are the account names you have, the new names that I'm inserting. Everything I want to just print. Okay, so now you see, I just kept debug logs. Okay, so I'll explain this debug in deep in future session, but for now something I will system.debug statements where I can print the message. So now to set the debug log in the setup menu, just go and search debug log, go to under monitor there is something called debug log, go to there, then you can create a trace flag. Okay, trace flag nothing but, let's see, I just create a trace flag with a specific name. Let's see, I will say sfdc debug on flag. Okay, and this is not there, it's not existing, so I cannot get anything. So I can go and create a trace flag now. See, nothing is there, correct? So what I can do, I can create a flag. So otherwise what I have, I can take it, sorry, from here, debug label, debug, that is I call debug label. Now I came here, see if I have something I can take or not. Okay, I have this one, I just took this one, established dev console. And for which user or for which class or for which entity you want to trace the log. Okay, so now I want to trace the log for a specific user. I select here user or maybe automated process, maybe class or trigger. Right now I'm going to do for user. Who is user? The current user who logged in, nothing but devices, who is going to manipulate this activity. And I want to log this from this time to this time. Let's I just specify the time here. Now I go and save it. So now between this time frame, what I said, if any activity I do, that log will generate. Okay, because I said on the user level, whatever the user do, one log will generate. Now see, I just go with this name and I try to save the record. I click the new and I click save now. See, right now if I go, I just refresh. See, nothing is there till now, correct? Now I go and I click save. And now I go to refresh this. There is some log file came here. I'm just going to see this log file. I click on view. Now we'll see what happens. See, my name set contains this one. Line number 15, I have a debug statement where you can see this one. Okay, sorry. In line number 10, I have a debug statement where I have this one. Okay, if you see the line number 10 here, there is system.debug new account name. What I can do, I just go here, I in this log file, I just control F, I got it. Okay, my account name is this. Now I'll go to fire my query. Then I got it, and then I go to fire my query on line number 12. Then you go in line number 12, there is a SOQL statement we fired. Select name count from account where name equal to this group by name. It return me exactly one record. Okay, so nothing but if you see in line number 12, which executed, it's return me one record, and that record I printed here. If you go to line number 13, see we printed the results. The name is nothing but this and expression equal to this. And whenever I print the name, I got this one, the name. In line number 15, I print this name. So same way, I'm just going to print this one, average amount. We'll see. What is there? So same way, I just go and print this. Okay, AR dot get expression 0. Okay, so if you see nothing but name count. Now I save it. So now, if the same thing I do again, now this statement going to return me what? Going to return me the number of count for this name. See, I'm just stressing it so much so that you can understand deeply. Okay, I don't want to depend on someone to write a query or to understand the logic. Okay, see this logic we can write a very simple way, but I want you understand each bit. So now if you go here, see my name count came 4. So if anytime I get a name count greater than 1, then I will say it's error. Okay. So if you write this way, now see I got my aggregate result and I got my name is this. Okay. Then what I can do? Okay, I understood. Okay, from this, if anytime my expression is greater than 0, that means there is one record which is going to have duplicate name.
One
Okay.
question.
Yes, ask me.
So what does the expression 0 actually means? When do we use it? Only for the count, or?
No, it is nothing but, so let me show you in the database level. So now when you came, these values, this value what you say, that we call as expression 0. So from this aggregate record, so for expression 0, when you pass, see, one thing is name, which we pass this one. Okay. So after that, the aggregate query, I may have two aggregate functions here. Okay. So I can give it another aggregate function also. So let's see average or max something. So first one we represent as expression 0. Let me see here what is expression 0. That's a nice question. Let's see what is that we call. Okay, we just use some expression 0. Let me see, find out. See, with something we used expression I, nothing but I denotes the order of aggregated fields. So if I have 5 aggregated fields, so first one we explicitly as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you specify with 0, expression 0, that means the first field. Okay. And if there is no explicitly alias. Okay. So here if you
Okay,
see,
got it.
this is the first aggregate. The same way to get this one. See, if there is no duplicate for any name, that means all the records are no duplicates. If there is somewhere I got greater than 0, that means there is a duplicate record. Correct? Nothing but this query if you see. If everything 1 1 no duplicate, that means this record have a name. So right now it's 3. Now let's see, I want to enter one record on this name, University of Arizona. So if anytime I got this record having a 1 and I'm trying to insert once again, that means it is going to give me, it's going to create a duplicate name. So my results should be nothing with the name match. Okay, for the name I gave, it should not have any value. Okay, so that means I want to give if, okay, this AR dot get expression 0 anytime greater than 0. That means I just don't want to do anything. I'll just give its error. Okay. So whatever the account it processes or not, we don't need. So all the account I want to stop. So simply on the records, I can tag or you see two options we have. I can tag all the records with set as duplicate element, or I can set specifically which account name have duplicate. Two options. Let's see, I want to set, okay, for these accounts only this record have a duplicate. So if I want to set that, so let's see here, I create a map. Okay, map of string and count. Nothing but I can say integer. Let's see, I will say existing account count or existing name count. See, I'm using the map and set also list everything here, correct? New map of string comma integer. So now in this existing name count, what I do? If anytime we have greater than 0, then I go here, existing name count dot put. First I will put what is the name, nothing but my AR dot get name. If you see in the debug line, we got that name, nothing but we got my account name and then the count. We are going to put the things, same things. First parameter I put was the string nothing which return from the AR dot get name. And second parameter of what? AR dot get expression 0. So now I got this much. Okay, now I save it. So till now I didn't stop. I just said which account have what. Okay, let's I miss the semicolon. So Ashwini, you used to be confused in map. Let me know if any confusion on this line. All clear?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it is just one count where we kept this much value and the set. Okay, does not take the instance value of object from the type. Okay, again one more thing. When I do this air dot get expression, so it is nothing but returning me one object type. Okay, so now this object type, it's not a integer, so that should be converted to integer. See, this whatever data coming is nothing but a object type. Okay, this object type, average amount or whatever the things we do, it is a object type. Okay, so now when I'm trying to convert to this integer, nothing happening. So I don't want to do anything. I just type the object type. What type is available, I'll try to do it. See, there are many constraints which we are facing here. We'll try if we can solve or not. Okay, no integer thing, just simply I go each time what record came, I'll just go here, I'll just put it. Okay, here get expression 0. So let's see in the map we can save or not. Does not exist in nature void put object object. Okay, this is also first and also object. I just gave a string object object. So this aggregate query already return me object type. Okay, now I got this one. So now you see I got this information. Now we can check what data I have. Now from this I understood, okay, this is my map. This is my map which contains my name and count. Okay, now on this, can I check if this map contains duplicate, if this map have a value which record we are inserting. If anything is greater than 0, can I show error message? So now we should see how to set error message, okay, and how to stop complete DML from this account. Okay, still have any confusion?
No.
Okay, Ashish.
No.
Okay, only to write this 8 line of code, I just spent completely how much time? Around 40 minutes time. But in this meanwhile, I have explained what is the aggregate query, how to use this aggregate query, and what is this expression. So in future, whenever you need to write, you will write that kind of logic. Okay. If you don't write this in aggregate query, what you can do simply you can write a for loop and you can make plus 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 count and you can complete this program. Okay. But here we understood, okay, there is something is happening here. Correct, in that way. So if we don't want all this stuff, simply you can write one query and do your own calculation. Okay, so now the account what I'm inserting here, I'm inserting the account, each account I'm taking here will check if I have anything left out. So I'm just going to have this new account list. Okay, so in this account list we'll see if any records, okay, from this map, if any records from this map we are getting. Okay, so now again we'll get a problem here where I want to again compare this object type to integer. So we need to do a proper typecasting for that. Let me write it, see the error message, will fix it. So if you write, if you get error message, how to fix it, same way I'll go here. So if this map dot, let's see, contents key we use here. So if this map contains my account name. That means I got this SEC.name. Okay. If there is any record came out, okay, so then that means there is some account already exists with this name. If 0, then I will not get it. So anytime if you see this query, I didn't get any name with 0. The moment I just queried this one, S4 and 2 name I have given here, it didn't give me a Ashwini record, only gave me S1 record which have 1. So which not exist, I will not get that count. If anytime I have this name, that means there is a duplicate account. Okay. When you have this contents, then I want to show the error message. To show the error message, we do SCC dot. Okay, let me. I don't know. I'll show you. Okay. So how to show the error message? Okay. So in S object, S is nothing but my S object record. S object record add error. If you search it, we have a method which you call add error. And what message you want to write, you can type it. Let's go there. Okay. See something called add error. If you go here, see how to do it. And trigger, you can do add error. So for a specific record, I can go and I can do this add error. So what message I want to do? There is, let's say it's a string message. Duplicate account are not allowed. With the name, let's see this name, assist.name. See, I'm trying to save, so I'll get error or not, we'll see. Okay. So what is this error also? We'll try to solve. We didn't get any error. Okay. Now I'll try to create one account with this name. Account, new, save it. See, duplicate account are not allowed with the name this. We got the message. If I just change something here, now I try to save, it's not duplicate. Let's see, it's got saved. So see, the logic is quite simple when you break it, when you write it. Okay. So we do nothing here. See, if I remove these debug statements, we just queried and kept in the map, then we checked. If you how I handle this in bulky pad, see, if I insert 20 accounts, it will check, okay, if there is any accounts with error, not to stop all or anything. So it can handle my 20 records in the list. Okay, let's see all the account name I took here. I just fired this query, I got it, and everything I kept in map. Okay, then I go here and I just check for which account I have duplicate name. It's just a very simple code, correct?
Yeah.
So any confusion, anybody, any confusion, tell me. So see, the first trigger you should not be confused. Okay, so if I can guarantee it, if you go somewhere for this training, if somebody write a trigger, they will write a very simple trigger first. Hello world, or change the prefix to doctor, or maybe just create a contact, something. But see, this program also, everybody will write in a simple way. But we should write in an optimized way, always. Okay. So what is the simple way here? See, and always again depends, you should write all time the code, it should check how my system performance increasing. So what is the optimized way of this? Sorry, what is the simple way of this? So see, instead of this, what I can do, I'm just writing again same piece of code. I'll just comment it. So I just write a for loop here. Okay. Or everybody will see whenever you write a trigger, they will write integer count equal to select count from account where name in this new account name. Okay. So many people will write this logic and this is a wrong logic, but we will not feel it's wrong. Okay. If count greater than 0, okay, then what I do here, I'll go and I will just write one piece of code. This is my if statement. This is for my table. This extra was there. So simply what I'll do here. So I have my SEC new list, new SEC list of 0 dot add error. I'm just going to do this way. Let me write a message here. See, this will also work right now based on second logic, that is error. Let's say I wrote, okay, and just see, I'm just commenting out all this name, all these codes now. So now we have this much piece of code. So it's very simple. Looks simple. Okay, we can write and I can close this trigger session. Okay, I can close. Okay, it's working. So now if I go and I'll just try to create an account with this name. Okay, so I go here. I just try to create an account with this name. See, it's give me error. Correct. Now I'll create account with this name and another name. So should it return error or not? So I want, okay, it should return only the error for this record, but not for another record. It should not stop it. How I'll do it? Okay. So, but in this case, we checked for everyone which record have duplicate or not. Okay. This is also one simple solution. But is this a optimized? Is this going to handle your all scenarios? No, it's not going to handle your all scenarios. Clear? So see, I can show you. Let's see. Whenever you want to, let me roll back this. I'm just commenting it out. So now if you see, when we go and save this record, let me, it's completed. Yes, let me save this. See, now my error message changed with the name which record have this duplicate. Okay, with this name. See, if you have 10 account I'm inserting, then I can specify which accounts are only duplicate, not others. Okay, that name, all name I can display here. Okay, that kind of thing. Getting my point?
Yeah, I think we can do it in another simple way. Just
Yes.
get all the names and put it in a string and just use the for loop and check one by one. Does the string which has all the names from the account contains this new name or not?
Yes. So that is also absolutely correct. Let me ask you one more question. Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. See, I'm saying when you learn it, you in your system you have only 10 records. Okay. The logic, what is this logic I wrote or what logic you are saying, it's absolutely fine. It will work. But see, now just think you have 1 million account in your system. Can you query 1 million records in your system to process it each one by one in for loop? So if you process each record in for loop 1 million times, then how much processing time you are going to consume?
No. I won't I won't go with 1 million accounts one by one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying just if you have 1 million records in your database,
Hmm.
you can do it by getting all the names, just the names into the string.
Names mentioned for the new account or the account which exists in the system?
So the new ones will be like the same, like we put it in a list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here
So
I have my new names.
yeah, like you kept it in a list. So
Correct.
that will be same. And the names which we have in the database, all the account names, we will get it into a string, just a string.
Just
So
there is a question. No, wait. There's a question. So all the account what I have existing in database, I want to get a string. So now we will fire a SOQL to get all the account name exist on my system. Correct? So now
yeah,
I have 1 million accounts in the system. That means your query is going to return 1 million records to me. And from there, you will take only the names. Getting my point? So now what you need to do, you will fire select ID or name from account. Okay. Now
yeah,
this is one account here. Okay. Now I'll tell the performance. See, logic is not wrong. Okay, but see the performance. Now you want this, then let's see from here, you will see existing account name dot add you do, then you have now scc dot name. Correct?
yeah.
You want to say this. So now this query going to return how many records? I have 1 million account. It is going to return me 1 million records. So my for loop going to execute how many times? My for loop is going to execute 1 million times. But in this case, as you see in my currently in this account, I have 10 records. So you will not feel anything. But the moment you work in a real time project, you have 50,000
Uh,
records, 10,000
so
records.
I have one more scenario planned for this. So instead of querying 1 million records, just like the way you get it, like where we can put a clause like where
Yes.
name equal
Now,
to, yeah,
perfect.
that,
I
that
came here. Yes. For
yeah,
your
that we can
name,
shape it, and we
correct.
don't even need the ID, and we don't even have to put it in the account attribute. We just have to put it in the some string, because
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Perfect.
gonna just pull out the
Perfect.
names.
See, I just got this. Now I got this HV name. This is
Yeah,
right now
just
okay.
put it, we don't even need the map. Just put it in a string. We don't even need the account uh,
No
data
set.
type.
You do, no. Then you have to do this with dot name. Okay, or one record. It's many records, so you cannot do it. So
Mm.
this will return you obviously. I'm not doing with one record. I'm doing many bulk records. So this will return obviously if matching it may return one record, maybe return 10 records. If 10 record in setting, so if 10 have a duplicate, it will return all the accounts. Okay, you have to bring it. Then you can keep a set or map or list anywhere. Okay,
Does it return the records or just the names?
it will return the complete record, not a name. Complete record, but only name value is fetched. The
Okay.
complete structure with a name
Then
value.
besides the map, we can just put the string and
Yes,
just add the account dot name. Yeah.
yes, account of the state in the site I add account dot name. Now this is my
Yeah.
existing. Yeah,
Yeah.
this
That
is
should
my
be a
account name.
string. That's it.
Correct. Okay. Now what we'll do here? Can you show how many duplicate you have on this name? See, if on this query what we wrote with this, we are not allowed with this name. Let's. I can just write another content here as there are there are this many of duplicate records. Okay, I have this count. So from here I just go and just put this number of duplicate records. See, for every problem there are different solutions, correct? So can we
Yeah.
do one thing here?
Yeah. That's what
Again
I
we
was.
need to, yes. Okay.
According, yeah, the code you have, right, has a special feature like we can print the number of duplicates we have, but
Correct, correct.
problem we are trying to, I mean, the solution we are trying to give doesn't require anything to display number of duplicates, right? So that's
No,
why I just this condition.
yeah, that's absolutely fine. See, for every problem there is multiple solutions. So now it depends again how fast this query is going to execute. Okay, how many for loop you are going to maintain, okay, how much your processing time you are going to consume, and how this logic is going to be flexible. Okay, so if some new requirement tag to there, then how quickly you can maintain it that way. See, here also we query one aggregate results. Okay, here also we query one SOQL, same thing. Okay, now once you get, again you will do the same for loop to check. Again I have the same for loop, and if you want to show the error message in all account, you will do the same for loops. Okay, everything is the same kind of thing. Okay, how optimized query you have, if you do this aggregate query, it will maybe faster than this. Okay, every problem have many logics, many solutions. Okay, so the way we write it, so I do not write a complete simple one, okay, do and complete. But if you go see, the moment you see this piece of code, then you understood, okay, this is simple one also, we can do it. If we write from starting this one, then you will never understand how to write this one. Getting my point? So every problem have multiple solutions, correct?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yes. Ashwini, any confusion? And Ashish?
No.
Perfect. See, I'm not going more today. Okay. So I'll extend this logic for update time, how it will work. Okay. And then I'll see more few scenarios to write this code. Okay. We'll see different things. Like so now I'm doing different insert. Then I'll try to do some logic in the after event, and I'll try to make some DML operations, and we'll see how we're going to manipulate everything. Okay.
Mm.
So with this trigger take a lot of time just to write it 20 lines of code. Okay, but it will give you the base how to do everything. I hope nobody's confused.
No, we're good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just closing the session today from now. Then we'll see next what we can do. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Devashish, please share the link of this particular the record. You have recorded this session, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So please share the link for that, just
Okay.
for
Got it.
review. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice time.
It.
Thank you.